Hello, welcome to this Intro to Notion Basics tutorial. I'm going to show you how to use Notion and really get the most out of it. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and get straight into it because I love Notion so much. It has honestly changed my life. If a software can do that, it really has. Um, just because of how flexible it is, how customizable and how many things you can do with it and how many ways you can see information as well. Um, yeah, it's just amazing. So I'm going to share my screen and go straight into this. Okay, so this is my Notion play space where this is what I was using when I was first learning how to use Notion to just see what is possible to do within it. So I actually am going to create a new page. So when you get into your Notion, you'll probably have the given few pages that it comes with, but I tend to delete all of those and start fresh. So I open a new page from that bottom left side panel, and um, you can start with a template or like something that is pre-made, but I usually just start with an empty page. And I'll title it Play Space. And I recommend you do this as well when you're watching this video. Make sure you've got your Notion workspace set up and you have a blank page available so you can try out what I am showing here. I'm just going to play with this and put a little icon on it because it adds a nice little touch of um, color and expression. You can also add a cover. You go here and it's actually connected to Unsplash. So you can either upload your own photo that you want to put as the cover image, or you can choose what's available here. There's a gallery, or you can go on Unsplash and search, just search swirl, and I'm going to pick that one. And you can reposition it however you want it, which is so nice because it just adds a bit of color and fun. Because I think it's really valuable to have spaces digitally that inspire you. Okay, so now, as you can see, it says press space for AI and the backslash for commands. The AI is a new addition for Notion, which I will get into later. But to start off anything, you can either press the slash and it comes up with all of these options of blocks of what you can put in to this space, or you can just press this plus sign and the same thing comes up. Okay, so you can just start with text, blank, text, regular, old. And you can press enter and it goes to the next line. So I like using the slash because it just keeps my hands on the keyboard and makes it faster. Um, you can add a page. So I like to sometimes host pages within folders. So say this is that's just one page. So you can have say this play space page was like a folder, maybe something like your course study notes. So I would label this page like the name of the course. And then for every page I add within it could be the notes that I'm taking on the modules or workbooks or anything that you're working on within the course. That's what I've got in this Zero to Dangerous. That's a course I did about flow state. And so I've got pages within it with my week one notes, And you can see all of the notes within it on this panel, this side panel. But you'll also see it when you click in to the page. So everything can be housed in one area that's really easily organized. Okay, so I'm going to go navigate to the back, the other page. You can also link to another page. So if I've got another page that's relevant, you press link to page, and let's just say my daily dashboard. I want that to be able to be found from this space. Cool. And then when I click it, it brings me to my daily dashboard, which this is something that I use daily to organize my life and keep track of all my goals and to-do lists and calendar and all the things. Okay, let me go back. Right, so next you can have to-do list, list, and then you can tab it, tab, tab, tab. And you can do bullet lists as well. So you can either go in like I've just done and click the bullet, or just if you press the dash and space, it kind of becomes a list, which is super cool. And then these ones, when you click it, it shows a little tick, which is awesome. Okay, now headings. This is really great for formatting. So if you want to create more organization in your pages, I actually use my Notion for things like my sales pages as well. And or you could use it as a lead magnet if you have information to share, or a workbook that is people can edit. You can use it for anything, because you can actually share these pages to the public or to specific people. But anyway, the formatting is really great because you can obviously use headings, header, and then that's the header 1, but you can do number 2, which is slightly smaller. And then number 3. And you can also change the color. So if you click here, go to color, you can change the color of the font. And you can change the color of the background. And you should be able to also change the color of the font within the background. But to do that, you have to go in over here. For some reason, it doesn't work I don't think it does, at least, to do a different color for the text here without removing the background. So I'll just put another color on there, orange. Okay. Cool. And then something else that is really helpful is you can do a toggle. So you can just do regular old toggle. When I open that, so that can close. You can have relevant information to whatever that toggle is there. And they've recently added these headings as toggles as well. So header. Okay, so say I want to put some information in here. You do the same. Secret messages. write what you want, and that goes within the toggle. And so that is available. You can do the toggle in all three of the headings and the regular toggle list, which is that first one, this one. Okay, next, you can do a numbered list, which I forgot to list before. 1, 2, 3. And also, you can have more than one column. So if I just highlighted it, and this is a drag and drop system. You can drag any of these to go anywhere, which is awesome. It makes it so easy to organize. But if you want to move more than one, you just highlight it and grab it. And I want to put it up there. Or you can create a column. And we want to put it there. You wait for that little blue line to show up on the right side. And that comes up there like that. And if I want to make this more in line, okay, you get the picture. Okay, so that's actually really cool because you can utilize the space a bit more efficiently as well. So it's not just one column of information. What else do I want to show you? Let's see. Oh yeah, so a quote. So this is anything that you want to sort of call attention to. Quote here. Or sometimes I use that for my intention. Um, you can change the color of this as well. It just adds a bit of dynamic use of information and space instead of just the regular text that can be bolded, which I don't think I got to, but yeah, any text can be bolded or italicized or underlined, or there's a strike through. And you can also link it, like I add a hyperlink and comment. If you're working on pages with people, you can actually comment on things and assign, like if I did this at sign, you can comment someone's name who you're working on the page with, and they'll be able to see it. It'll come up in their notifications that you are trying to assign something to them or get their attention. Okay. Oops. Great. And the other thing that's pretty cool that you can do is a call out. So call out is yeah, just like similar to the quote. Listing info here. You can change this little emoji, and you can change the color of how it's showing up. Background. And red. Well, actually, I'm going to go yellow. Yeah, just another way to call out or use the text more dynamically. Okay. So a table, you can create a table with multiple rows and columns. I actually don't use this because I use databases, which are so functional. I'll show you that in a second. But in case you did want to use this, it is an option to create a table, and you can customize it. Let's just say we want that to be another color. You can put a header on it. Clear it. Yeah, anyway, so this is just pretty useful to if you want to organize information or create a graphic with this information separated or something like that. And I will show you a database in a second. That's a bit more involved, but it is definitely useful. Okay, this little divider is also really helpful just for splitting up the page or however you want to use it. Okay, we linked a page, we did the call out. And then there's this media, which is amazing. So you can input an image, uploading any file you want, just goes from your computer, or you can go to Unsplash again here and use an image that you want to use. Ta-da! And you can change the size, so make it really small or really big, whatever you want. And then you can actually add a caption if you want. Caption, clouds. Yeah, again, you can comment on it for someone else. And you can move it to the left or the center or whatever you want. Keep it in the center for now. Also, you can download any of the media that is in here. So if you're sharing a workspace with someone, I use this with the people who I am a virtual assistant for when we have content planning and content management pages and systems within Notion. They'll usually upload a video and maybe I'll upload a photo or whatever and the text, and I can download it if I'm the one who's going to be scheduling it on social media or whatever. If I need to use the content, I can download it when someone else has uploaded it, which is really helpful instead of, like sending media in other forms in other ways. Duplicate. Yeah, anyway, you get the picture. Maybe I'll move this up here to create 2 columns. Great. Okay, and then you can also input a video. You can either embed a link. So if you have a YouTube link or a Vimeo or a Loom video, whatever you have, you can embed the video using the link and it actually show up here. Or you can upload a video and it will show up there as well. I'm not going to do that right now because it takes a bit of time and I don't have something available just right at this moment. But you can see there's these other types of media that you can put in here. This is a file. That's actually really helpful if you are sharing files with someone and you want to make it easy for them to download, or if you have files that you can actually use Notion as a storage facility, basically. So if you've got documents or zip files or PDFs, whatever, you can upload the file here and it just saves as the file so you can download it in the future. Right, there's same thing with audio and these other things, code. This one is a bit interesting. I don't really use it, but kind of an interesting way to have text on a page. Text, but make it code. See, it shows up as that like codey kind of font. Yeah, again, I don't really use that, but it's a cool little feature, I guess. Okay, next, I think that's actually all I want to show you in terms of the media. So now with databases, you can either create a full page database, which I wouldn't do it on a page like this because we're using the page for multiple functions. But the full page one is if you want the database to be the entire page and not use it for anything else. That's really useful. for some things, but I tend to use the inline one because you can just have the the database show up within a page that you're using for other functions. Okay, so I'm going to label this sample database. And there are lots of properties. So you can click on this plus sign. And these are all of the types of properties that you can input to the table, the database. So might use the checkbox. So say this is a to-do list. Okay, maybe I'll move it here. It's really easy to drag and then make that a bit smaller. I might rename this task. You can also change the actual little icon that shows up here, which is pretty cute. Let's do a little alien just for fun. You can move this and tags. So it automatically comes up as multi-select, but you can change it to this one selected, and that one is just a single select option. Or status. So let's just keep it on multi-select, but let's change the properties, so edit property, and add an option. So you can use this like if you have multiple projects that you're working on or different types of work that you're doing, you might want to categorize your tasks based on the work. And this is just one example. You don't have to use I mean, maybe you will use it as a task manager, to-do list kind of thing, but you can also, use databases for so many other uses. I'm just trying to give you a applied example of these different properties. So let's just say business number one, home tasks, relationships, side project, whatever. So those are the options. You can change the color. I often like to make it a little kind of rainbow, but that's just preference, whatever you want. And again, you can change this little icon. See the lightning bolt. And name it type of work. Okay, and here, maybe I want status. Yeah, so you can edit these as well, all of these options. All right, so you just click the box and write task one. It's a little bit unoriginal, but do task. Great. And whenever I'm doing that, I'm just pressing enter and it goes to the next row. And here, maybe I'm going to assign that side project and home tasks. And you can see I'm just clicking out whenever I'm finished, just click out and it exits whatever is open there. And then maybe that's in progress and that is done. I mean, if it's done, I would probably just do that. But just for the sake of this, we can see that you can have lots of options there. You can also add a date if something is relevant to a date. Yeah, any of these. The relation and roll-up is really useful. That's if you want to connect your databases to each other, but that's a bit more advanced and I'm not going into that for this basic video. But it is helpful. If you're interested in that, feel free to ask me about it and I can share with you some information. But yeah, you can get a sense of how useful this is and how many things you can do. So now the other thing with this is there's multiple views. So this is in the table view, but you can do board view, just call it board for now. And you can decide what you want these columns to be, but it will show up here. And then you can click on it and it will open up into this side page. And this is just an empty page for you to use to add any more information. And I love that because it can, yeah, it can house a lot more information than just a regular spreadsheet, you know, or a regular table. You can also change what is showing up in the board, like in this little card that's called a card. Okay, so say you want it to be, you can change it to small, medium, large. Let's make it large. Or no, actually, I think medium's better. You can, if there's an image in this page, you can decide you want that cover image to show up, or the page content, whatever text is written in there or anything that's in that page, you can have that show up there. What else? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, okay. And then the other thing is that you can see what is showing up in the card. So right now, only the task is there. See, task 2. But say I want done in there and the type of work. So you can see more information about it at a glance. Cool. And then I can press done. And then the other thing is you can create a filter. So say I wanted to filter out all of the tasks that are that I've finished. Okay, hold on. Unchecked. Right. So this is going to, sorry, this is going to show up all of the tasks that are not finished. But when I click it, it goes away. So, and I can have another filter. If I want to see all of the tasks that are finished, then I can create another view up here. Another table, done. And for this one, the filter is going to be done and checked. So I can see these are going to be all the tasks that I've finished. These are unfinished. Maybe I rename it. Still to do. I probably wouldn't name it that, but you know, if you want, you can. And then there's other views as well. So we've gone through the table and the board. There's also the list view, which shows up more like this without as much information. And timeline. So if you're working with lots of dates and you want to see your information organized by date like this in the timeline format, you can do that. Or there's also calendar. If you're, if you're like assigning something to do on a specific date, or maybe it's a launch strategy that you're working with, or a content calendar. So you can add content to a calendar like that, or use the calendar to organize your to-do list. And then the other thing, I love using galleries, this gallery view for content specifically, or just organizing any imagery. So if this were to have an image in it, let's just play around a little bit, unsplash. Cool. So that's there. I just clicked out and you see that that image is showing up. And you can also change the information that is viewed in there as well. So right now only the task is there, but maybe I want the business, or sorry, the type of work to show up as well. Okay, so you can see there's lots of ways to use these databases. And then within the views, so let's go back to the table. So these are all those saved views up here. You can toggle between them. If you have different ways you want to see the information, you can toggle between. But say you are staying on the table, you can also sort it in a certain way as well. So say you want all of the things that are all the tasks that are relevant to this side project showing up. You could do ascending or descending like that, which is pretty helpful. You can also filter by the type of work. So say I only want to see the home tasks. Then in that table, only home tasks will show up. Okay, so this is getting a bit more complicated, but now you at least have an idea of how to do this, and you can play around from there. Okay, so I want to show you how it can look and what you can really do once you finesse it all and really make it custom to your needs. So this is my daily dashboard. I literally come here every single day, and it's such a useful tool to really keep me focused on the things that I'm wanting to prioritize. So this has lots of databases that are linked to other pages. So like my quarterly goals this is from a different page, but I've linked it into my dashboard so I can see this view. I can scroll across and see more information. I have all these images in here, my cycle phase, my monthly goals. And so this is an example of a database that has it's my monthly goals, but it has my quarterly goals linked to it. So this is a related property, meaning that like this is my quarterly goal, the seasonal gathering, and then this monthly goal is related to that, so everything's chunking up or chunking down and really clear of how it's all relevant to my goals and dreams. And my Monday hour one, this is what I'm really using day to day to organize my tasks. This is like every day of the week here. I'm making this basic Notion how-to right now. My calendar. Yeah, and these are my bigger goals, and you can see the imagery is showing here. And then on my business page, I'm going to navigate here, if you could see on the left, to my business page. This has lots of important pages here. So I use it when I'm brainstorming and really fleshing out the program that I'm offering. My sales pages are hosted in here. Any workshops or master classes that I do, I take notes about them in Notion. So I have my upskilling notes here. And my tarot card, just like a little imagery of something that is inspiring me for the energy of my business at the moment. Okay, so I want to show you also how you can sync your pages, meaning you can connect certain information and content from one page to another. So I'm going to highlight this chunk of information, um, and I'm just using my keyboard to copy. And then I'm going to just go to this example page for now and using this right click, I'm pasting. And you'll see here at the bottom, you can either paste and sync or dismiss. If you paste and sync, anything you edit in here, so if I edit this text in any way, it's going to show up with that edit in the other page as well, where we've synced it. You see? Which is really cool because you can just make sure that your information is accurate wherever you are including it. So that is really helpful. I love using that. Okay, something else that you can do, which is really new and exciting that they've started doing this, is you can use Notion's AI. I actually don't know if AI for Notion is available to all of the free plans. I'm on a paid plan, but I'll just show you anyway. So you press the space like it says to activate AI, and you can use any of these functions. Explain, translate, find action items, summarize. So brainstorm ideas, blog posts, outline, social media, any of these things. Oh my God, there's so much. I've just used it for brainstorming, but I've really just scratched the surface here. So brainstorm ideas on why Notion is best organization tool. Let's just see what comes up. And then you can continue writing or make it longer. Let's just press done. But you can see that's just a helpful tool to get something on the page. You know, it's really better when you're starting from some inspiration or just having something there to work with and edit and add to, and add your own take on it versus starting from scratch. So anyway, just wanted to share that Notion AI is happening and really cool. The other thing that I wanted to share is that you can use a Chrome extension called Save to Notion. I use this in my recipe database. So I'll go to my food hub and show you. I save recipes from the internet. If it's in your Chrome extension, you can use the icon and press Save to Notion and save it into a specific page or a specific database. Or you can press the Save button or the Share button and click Notion and the page that you want to share it to, and that will show up as well. So yeah, it's just really helpful in grabbing information and inputting it into a page or a database that you want it to be organized in. Notion also has a great search function. So if you don't remember where you have certain information stored, you can search here, or even keywords. I use, if I know that I've written about a topic, or I've learned about something specific, but I can't remember what page it's on exactly. It has a really great search function so you can find what you're looking for. It also has a mobile mobile app, which I use regularly if I'm out and about, my to-do list or any content related things, because you can sort of download your content and then go post it on social media, um, or upload content from your phone to Notion or whatever. It's just really great that you can use that. That's a snapshot into what you can do on Notion. Um, Feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions about how to use it, and I'll be happy to share any information that I can offer you. So go off and create your play space on Notion and just try it out. Just start with these basics. Really just play around and see it as an opportunity to be creative, and um, yeah, you can go from there. So I'm offering Notion Systems Consulting if you need support setting up your systems and pages on Notion to help you organize your life, your business, make things more organized, more aesthetic, maybe, and just have your information clearly stored and organized. Um, in my Notion Systems Consulting offering, I meet with you and we talk about your needs in terms of systems and organizational needs. And I customize one of my templates or multiple of my templates if that's what you need to suit your exact needs, and really have it as a place that you can come to from the get-go. And I want to help you do that if you are interested. So you can email me at evelyn@kairosflow.com.au, or find me on Instagram at kairos.flow. And we can chat further about how I can help you set up your Notion. Okay, that's it for now. Feel free to get in touch with any questions. Big love.